Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII. In the last episode we defeated Tahaka, which was the pulse fal'Cie that hindered our way all the way up to Tajin's tower. So after defeating him and watching the scenes, there is a newly accessible area to the south where you can ride that to the next area, which will be Orba, or however you say it, Orba. Now before we do that, we have some optional stuff we need to take care of. So in the last episode, we got the central elevator working, and it's now able to reach the Cloven Spire. So if you're wondering how to get the central elevator able to access all floors, then you can watch the last episode. But in short, pretty much what you do is after you beat the boss of the tower, you can examine a statue towards the top of the Cloven Spire. I'm zoomed in on it right now. It's the little orange circle. When you examine that, the little pathway behind it right here, an elevator will rise up, and then you jump on that elevator and take it down to the 7th tier of the tower. Once on the 7th tier, there's a final statue that you can examine in that room, and it will cause the tower to shift for the final time, lining up the elevator shaft so that it can reach all tiers. The central elevator can now reach all tiers, and that makes it a whole lot easier to navigate the tower. And in case you ever want to backtrack, it's a whole lot more simpler to get to the bottom of the tower, which we're going to be backtracking soon. So I would highly recommend unlocking the central elevator. Alright, so the central elevator is the purple elevator that you can now see at the top of the Cloven Spire. Alright, so once you've got all that taken care of, before we move on to Orba, there's one last thing we have to take care of, and that's Cie'th Mission 27. So up to this point, we have completed all 26 Cie'th in the correct order. And now that would mean that we would have to complete Cie'th Mission 27 before moving on to Orba. So the Cie'th can be found at the top of the Cloven Spire, just to the right of the central elevator. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and examine it. Cie'th Mission 27, Mithridates, the Lone. The mark is Mithridates. Location, Tajin's Tower, ground tier, Class B. Alright, so whenever you're ready, take on the mission. So you'll now see the pink star on your map. Go ahead and board the elevator. Now before writing it down, let's go ahead and quickly talk preparation. First of all, let's talk about equipment. For lightning, we have the Axis Blade, Diamond Bangle, Ribbon, and Sprint Shoes. For Vanille, we have the Marlboro Wand, Foaming Ring, Platinum Bangle, and Sprint Shoes. Finally, we have the Calamity Spear, Foaming Ring, Platinum Bangle, and Sprint Shoes for Fang. Now, the reason why we have these Foaming Rings is because this boss does some heavy lightning attacks. Sprint Shoes for Auto Haste, Platinum Bangle so that we can increase our HP. And finally, the Ribbon, because the boss has really nasty status ailments. So at the beginning of battle, if you're accustomed to the same monsters, like they're the same type of monster, they usually use miasma, which will put some negative status ailments on your characters at the start of the battle. So a ribbon will hopefully protect lightning from that. If you don't have a fully upgraded ribbon, then you should use the lightning charm, which will occasionally absorb lightning damage as HP, because this guy has some really nasty lightning attacks. Alright, and finally, let's quickly talk about the paradigms. We have Relentless Assault, which is Ravager Commando. This will be used to stagger him. Aggression, Commando Ravager Commando. This will be used to finish him off once he's staggered. Exploitation, Commando Saboteur. This will quickly weaken the boss and put some debuffs on him. Solidarity, so that we can attack while healing. Or Solidarity is if your characters are kind of low on HP. Fang will be the Sentinel so that she can tank the damage while Vanille heals, and Lightning keeps the stagger gauge up with Commando. Diversity is so you can attack while healing. And finally, Combat Clinic for those emergency situations. So at the start of the battle, he's going to use Miasma, so we can counter that by being in Combat Clinic so that we can use Asuna to quickly cure any status ailments. Alright, so once we cure the status ailments, we're going to switch over to Exploitation so that we can put some debuffs on the boss. And then we're going to go over to Relentless Assault and attempt to stagger it. Once it's staggered and the stagger percentage is high enough, we're going to switch to Aggression and hopefully take it out. Now this boss is pretty hard, so I highly suggest to max out your Crystarium for your main battle team. And whenever you're ready, board the central elevator and go to the ground tier. Get ready.
Thank you.
Alright, so quickly cure all status ailments and switch over to Exploitation.
Thank you. Take down the enemy.
Then switch over to Relentless Assault. And then switch to Diversity.
Do it. Appreciate it. Be careful. I'll deal with
Then get it up into Combat Clinic. Keep everyone around max HP because 11 Bolt will seriously put some hurt on your character.
You can do it. This battle is ours.
Alright, so Mithridates has 1,587,600 HP.
Be careful! Bring it on!
Make sure everyone's fully healed before staggering the boss.
Appreciate it.
And then switch to Relentless Assault and let him have it. Raise his stagger percentage to max. Then switch to aggression and hope that you can get him down in one stagger. Nah, there's no way. Not in one stagger. Switch over to combat clinic.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thanks. Bring it on.
So he's gonna start using 11 bolt like crazy when his HP gets low. Switch to diversity. We gotta stagger this guy one more time.
Bring it on. Appreciate it.
Keep working your way. One more stagger and you should be done for. What? How did that happen? No way.
Just like that.
He completely raped Lightning. She had full HP. Oh my god, she had full HP and still died. Alright. So we're gonna need to switch our we're gonna have to switch our equipment up. Let's see. Alright, so let's go ahead and equip Lightning with 2 Foaming Rings. That's not gonna happen again. And let's go ahead and equip Vanille with a Spark Ring. Two Spark Rings if you got it. Finally, let's equip Fang with a Spark Ring. And a Rune Bracelet. Alright, now let's see if we can take this guy down. That was crazy. Lightning had full HP and still died.
battle is ours.
Alright, so immediately, start curing.
Oh, yeah? Bring it on!
Yeah, that's much more manageable. What's up with this guy and his 11 bolt, man? That's craziness.
Take down the enemy.
Alright, let's really start doing some damage on this guy.
Bring it on. Oh, yeah? Appreciate it. Oh, yeah? Appreciate it. You can do it! Follow my lead! Oh, yeah? Take down the enemy. Don't give up. Move on instinct. You can do it. Thanks. Oh yeah.
Alright, so pretty much whenever he does 11 bolt, you're gonna have to be quick and switch to combat clinic. There's no other way around it.
Follow my lead. Don't give up. Oh yeah. Thank you. Take down the enemy. Oh yeah? Bring it on! Hey! Bring it on! Follow my lead! I'll deal with you. You can do it! Take down the enemy. Oh, yeah?
Alright, so one more stagger should do it.
Appreciate it. Hey! Thanks. Let's go!
Alright, so he's down to 275,000. He has 1,587,600 HP. So this guy is no joke. We're completely maxed out on our Crystarium. And he's really putting the hurt on him.
Take down the enemy. I'll deal with you. Bring it on! Follow my lead! Move on instinct. Bring it on! Take down the enemy. Hey! Oh, yeah? Let's go!
Alright, so he's almost history.
Oh, yeah? You can do it!
I'll deal with you.
Bring it on!
And we got his ass. We got that bastard, boy. Wow. That was a total pain. 7,500 Christian points for winning. We only got 1 star. That was a pain in the ass. Alright, so if you managed to beat this guy within chapter 11, pat yourself on the back. That was the roughest one we've done. Mission 27, Mithridites, the Lone. For completing this mission, you get a blaze ring, and your party has earned the rank of Grudge Settler. Alright, you can say deuces to that guy. Wow, that was a tough challenge. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our equipment back the way it was. For Lightning, the Diamond Bangle, Aurora Scarf, and Sprint Shoes. For Vanille, the Survivalist Catalog, Speed Sash, and Sprint Shoes. And for Fang, two Speed Sashes and Sprint Shoes. Alright, and we can switch our active Paradigm back to Relentless Assault. Man, that was a pain. we ended up having to equip 2 Fulmin Bangles onto Lightning. And even then it was crazy. Fang was KO'd. It was nuts. I was gonna pop a summon, but he was staggered. I was like, man, he's staggered. We can take him out. I just need to hit him like twice. I didn't even bother reviving Fang. Man, that was close. Alright, so after you complete Cie'th mission 27, that's going to be it for this area. Pat yourself on the back. We've done all the optional stuff. We've got all the treasures. We've got the central elevator on track, so we can now access all floors from the central elevator. We got all 27 Cie'th missions up to date. And yeah, our Crystarium's maxed out. We have over 900,000 with mainly everyone except for Fang. And yeah, pretty much we're good to go. Now, that's going to complete this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII. I'll see you guys next time, where we head to the village of Orba. And we're actually going to get a lot of stuff done in Orba. We can actually get a lot of money. And we're going to be able to upgrade the Axis Blade into the Inkindler, and maybe talk about upgrading some other accessories. We'll see. Oh, but if you're trying to get all the money and you haven't spent that much time on Grand Pulse, before going to Orba, I would highly suggest to run around, because the Gil, you're going to be rewarded with these items, and these items you can sell for like 450,000 Gil. Depending on how many items you get, but the amount of items you get depends on how many steps you took on Grand Pulse. So if you haven't took that many steps on Grand Pulse, you need like 11,000 steps ever since you've come to Grand Pulse. So if you haven't got 11,000 steps, I would suggest to maybe tie a rubber band around your controller and just keep walking into the corner all night, and then when you wake up the next day, yeah, you should have 11,000 steps. So fortunately, I've spent a lot of time on Grand Pulse, taking care of Cie'th missions, doing all the optional stuff. So if you've been following this walkthrough and you've been doing everything I do, you don't have to worry, because we've taken well over 11,000 steps. So we should be able to get all the items. And again, the items are really expensive, so you can sell them at the shop for like $450,000 or 450,000 Gil. So yeah, we're going to have enough money to upgrade weapons and all that good stuff. Alright, well, I'll see you guys next time on the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII.